Hi everybody and welcome to the Amazon Advertising Weekly Update. I hope everybody is fine. And yeah, thanks for joining. And I think we can directly jump into the topics today. First of all, if you have any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to contact me or to use the option in the comment option. So this is the first time that we are live on LinkedIn, on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I'm quite happy to reach more of you guys. So let's get right into it. So what do I have prepared for this weekly update? First of all, there were not so many updates last week, but some that I want to mention. First thing is that the sponsored display reporting has been spotted on Amazon advertising. So this is quite interesting. Furthermore, we see some kind of auto product optimization for sponsored brand ads. What this is, we will talk about in a few seconds. Furthermore, because we have a little bit more time today, because there are not so many updates that were coming in last week, we will start focusing on a very cool topic. Actually, I want to talk about the search term impression share report in more detail, which has been released 2 months ago, and I think it has a lot of potential that you can use to optimize your PPC campaigns. So let's get right into it. The first news is about the sponsored display reporting that has been spotted. So first of all, thank you, Elizabeth Greene, for spotting this and sharing this on LinkedIn with us. There, as you can see here, we have not only in the reporting section, not only sponsored products, sponsored brands videos, but also sponsored display reporting type. This has been spotted, but as Elizabeth said, a few seconds after she spotted it, it already was gone. I tried to replicate this and find this in our US accounts, but actually I wasn't able to spot this. So currently it is, not rolled out and not official, but we expect it to be released in the next days or weeks. Actually, some of the functionality is already available through the API. So actually, we don't think that it's such a big further step for Amazon to release it also in the UI. But until now, we have to be patient and have to, think, fingers crossed that all the data will be reported and will be available by Black Friday. So 1 week to go. Let's see. Furthermore, there is an auto product optimization feature that has been spotted. Actually, when I read the comments about this feature, a lot of people said, okay, that it has been already been released and updated some time ago in the US, but it's now also available in Europe. And what it is about. So first of all, Christian, Otto Kelm, thank you very much for mentoring this and sharing this. You mentioned this, I think, yesterday or the day before. So what it is about? Well, in sponsored brands campaigns, you also have the functionality to use some kind of ad and product optimization. What it is about? Well, first of all, we have to say that it actually differs depending on where you are located and which accounts you look into. This feature is somehow differs in the US and Europe. For Europe, what can you do? Well, you can, if you create a sponsored brands campaign, you can add more than 3 products into your sponsored brand. You can reorder the products. So which product should be in which place, and you can now have the possibility to actually activate product optimization. And what does it mean? Well, Amazon decides which product it will show in this sponsored brand ad depending on the search term that the user is actually typing in. So actually this is quite awesome, because actually it gets more, the ad itself becomes more and more relevant for the user, and you are able to put much more products into your sponsored brand ad, and Amazon automatically decides which ad is the one that you want to what needs to be shown for the user. So actually this is pretty nice, and it looks pretty similar in the US. Let's have a look here as well. So you see this on the right side, that we have the sponsored brand ads editor, and there's a new feature and a new checkbox that says optimize your ad, and let Amazon show other products from your landing page in the ad if those are more relevant to the shopper's search. So in the end, it's more or less the same feature, but this time you can only select 3 products to be advertised, and Amazon decides which products from the landing page it takes and puts into your sponsored brand ad. So, well, we somehow give away some management and to optimize the sponsored brand ads by ourselves, but Amazon optimizes it for us and somehow scales it for us. Because what are we able to do with this? We can put more and more products and ads in the same campaign than before. And this is pretty awesome, because we can do some stuff with this that are prepared right now. So what will Amazon do? Amazon will optimize my ad. Amazon picks most relevant products from your landing page, and that might differ from your original selection. So this is actually quite important to mention here. So if you hit the chat box, you will be prompted with a new message that says, well, think about what we will do here, and be aware that we will change your ad depending on the customer's search. And why is it important that Amazon mentioned this? Because, well, the headline that you create should fit the products that are located on the landing page. So make sure that the title always fits the products in your landing pages. So and why is it somehow a big thing? Because it's a massive chance to scale your sponsored brands campaigns. Without creating a lot of sponsored brands campaigns, you can now just add more and more products into your sponsored brand ad campaign, and Amazon itself will detect which searches are relevant and put them into your and will deliver them in your ad. And what can you do? You have to take care that all the time your ad is somehow relevant for the user. So make sure that you do not put all the products in one campaign, but what you can do is you can advertise all products of a specific category or some of a specific type into one campaign, and Amazon does the optimization for you. How good this is, actually, I cannot say, but if you have already used this feature, please let us know in the comments so that we can talk about this. So a pretty cool thing. So next thing that I want to talk about with you is, because we are quite good on time, the next 10 minutes I want to talk about the search term impression share report, which is quite new and contains a lot of valuable information. So first of all, where do you find it? And you can go into your reports, click on campaign type sponsored brands. This search term impression share is, I don't know why, only available for sponsored brands campaigns. So you can open it up. It's in beta, maybe you see it, maybe not. And you can download the search term report. And what do we see here? There are 2 new key metrics in the search term impression share report that you need to focus on. The search term impression share shows your share of all possible impressions of your ad on a specific day per search term. Well, so this is pretty cool. It helps you to understand for which search terms you currently lose ad traffic to your competitors, as your share can be below 100%. So if you are at 100%, you know, okay, I get all this ad impressions for this search term on this ad. So this is pretty awesome. But if you're below 100%, you now see which searches and which impressions you lose. This may be I just remember, see that I forgot again to share my screen. I'm so stupid. So let's do it right now. It helps you to understand for which searches you actually lose traffic and for which not. So this is pretty interesting. And this is extremely important for information on your most important keywords, right? And these are your branded searches. And yeah, so if you have searches, brand searches where you lose traffic, you can see it in the report, and yeah, you should look deeper into it. And there's also the search term impression rank. The impression rank shows you the overall impression share compared to all other advertisers. So if you're number one here, you are the one with the most impressions for the search term on the day. But it could mean that although your impression share is 1, you are on 1, you still may have an impression share below 100% and you lose traffic to your competitors. So not only focus on the search term impression rank, but I would suggest that you go for the impression share. This is the far better metric, I would say. And how does it look like? If you download this report, well, you open up a spreadsheet and you see your customer search terms here. You see your search term impression rank and the search term impression share. And in this example, I replaced the branded search terms by brand. And you see that although we have the search term impression share 1, we actually can have a search term impression share below 100%. And this is actually the chance where you can see, okay, well, I lost some impressions to my competitors. And this is quite important to understand, because these are probably the best converting search terms that you have and the best converting keywords that you have. And you just lose traffic to your competitors. And so actually you could just increase your bids on that. Furthermore, I did an analysis some time ago that I want to share with you as well about the search term impression share. And what I did here is actually analyzed how the impression share behaves by search term impression rank. And yeah, actually the lower the impression rank is, the higher the impression share will be. Well, so they are correlated with one another. So if you have 100% impression share, your impression rank will be 1. But although you may have an impression share of 40%, you can rank 1 or 2. Well, so actually it's an indicator for how well you rank, but it doesn't have to indicate that you get all the impressions. So I would say skip the impression rank and just focus on the impression share. Furthermore, it actually you also see how the impression rank or the impression share behaves with the CPC that you set. So the higher the CPC is that you set, the better your impression rank or the higher your impression share is. But even with a very high CPC, you can get a worse rank than 1. So this is something that we see. So not only if you have a very high CPC, you will be on the first position. It's another indicator how important the overall relevance is, actually. Okay. So actually I find this very important, and this is the first time that we actually see how the impression rank behaves by CPC. So the lower the CPC, probably the lower and the worse the ranking, and the higher the CPC, the better the search term impression rank or the search term impression share. And the last thing that I want to share with you is actually the click share by impression rank. And this is something that we expected, of course, and the hypothesis behind this is the better the search term impression rank is, the more clicks you will get compared to your competitors. So if it's not the position that we see here, but it's the rank. And if you have the best rank and get the most impressions, it's probably very likely that you get the most clicks. And this is actually what we see here. So the search term impression rank, if it is 1, you are very likely to get the most click share. The lower your impression rank is, the lower your click share is. So this is something that, of course, we expected all the time, but it's actually quite good to just see this in Amazon data, because to actually see the data is quite interesting. So most of the traffic is generated on rank 1 as expected, but more than 10%, and actually this is quite interesting, more than 10% of the traffic is generated on a rank worse than 1. So although we have a rank, nearly 13% of all the clicks were attributed to ranks lower than 1. So it means that you can go into the long tail. It means that you can go with and be successful with low CPCs in the long tail. So actually, I find this very interesting. Of course, all the main traffic goes to the top position and to the highest impression share. But imagine that you go into the long tail and you do this for a lot of keywords where you're not competitive to get in the first rank, for example. But you can also go into the long tail with low CPCs. So actually, it's another argument to go into and to go with lower CPCs and into the long term. And this is very interesting. So I think I hope there was something for you in this Amazon Advertising Weekly Update. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me and use the comments function. Thomas, I've seen that you put a comment here. Thank you very much. As I mentioned, I haven't done an A/B testing on this and how good this is. As I mentioned, so if anybody of you did this, please share in the comments. And thank you very much for watching and stay healthy. See you next week. Bye-bye.